Hi, my name is John Whitehead, and I'm an executive and leadership coach, and welcome to this week's video blog. Over the last number of weeks, actually, I've been seeing more and more posts come through my feeds, LinkedIn and Facebook feeds about listening and listening skills. And part of my process as a coach and as a teacher of leadership at the university is to make sure that I'm up to speed on all the latest news and research, etc. And the piece on listening has really caught my eye, and it got me thinking about an experience that I had a number of years ago that really spoke to me in terms of what it meant to be listening. You know, you read a lot about this intentional listening and listening to understand rather than listening to respond. These are all wonderful catchphrases. We'll go to workshops. We take workshops on listening skills and techniques on how to do it. And that's sometimes that is just, you know, flutter all over the place. And it, I guess you could say it can go in one ear and out the other, right? And do we really take time to understand what that is? And maybe it does for you and other people that are watching this video. Maybe it's just one of those things that we just see it. Oh yeah, that's that thing about listening again and pass on. But this experience I had a number of years is what really taught me a lesson on what it means to be listening. I have a friend who I've known for a number of years, and it's a really interesting relationship, but it wasn't really at a very deep level. You know, we knew each other through some other connections, through some activities, through a group that we belonged to. And when we would talk, I would participate in the conversation. But one part of me was always bothered by, I guess it was a prejudice that I had at his style of talking. He's one of those people that when he talks to you, it gives off the impression that they think they know a lot more than they really do. It's not necessarily the case. That's just the impression they give you. Well, I remember this one particular time, I just decided to consciously just focus in on what he was saying and ignore the other stuff, like how he was saying it, some of the language he was using, but just try and focus on what he was really trying to say, the message he was giving. It took a lot of work. I mean, I remember really concentrating. I remember deciding I'm really going to listen to what he's saying. And I will ask clarifying questions when I'm not sure I really understand what he's saying. Now, this was before I got into coaching. And so I really hadn't learned some of those skill sets that they teach you in the coaching programs on how to ask for those clarifying open-ended questions. But this particular case, I decided to do that. And it was one of the best, most deepest, most meaningful conversations that I had. I remember afterwards walking away from that conversation, and over the next couple of hours, just dumbfounded at how much more I understood this person, because I spent the time and concentrated on listening to him. Now, bring that now forward a number of years, and as an executive coach, of course, one of the things that I need to really do is listen to people, ask those open-ended clarifying questions, and drill down with people on what they're trying to say to me, or what they're trying to tell me. And what I find in those experiences is that it's really exhausting. It's mentally and physically draining. I often say that I really shouldn't do more than 3 coaching sessions in a day, 3 one-hour sessions in a day. Because if I do any more of that, I'm just dead to the world. And it's because of the energy that it takes to really concentrate and listen to what people are saying and to really understand what people are saying. So take that away. Think about that yourself. When was the last time in a conversation, you really stopped yourself to be present and to really listen to what that person was saying, to really listen to understand what that person was saying, not just listening to respond or listening, just being polite to listen? When was the last time that happened? And now think about the next conversation you're about to have. Are you going into a conversation with somebody after watching this? Or do you know you're going to be meeting somebody for coffee over the next little while? Why don't you decide right now that you're going to make that experience a present experience, where you're going to be there, listening to them, being present, listening to understand, rather than just listening to respond. I'd be interested to hear how that goes, or what you thought of this video or some of the other videos in my series. So feel free to make a comment or respond at the bottom of this video, and feel free to go to my website, click on blog, and there you can set up a schedule for you to receive emails whenever I release a new blog post. Again, thank you very much for watching this week. And again, have a great week, and I hope to talk to you again soon.